Hi guys, Bomber here. Welcome back to the channel. Here's a quick reminder of the rating system, and while you read it, for those of you who don't know me, I'm a Master Tier player and I do deck guides, gameplay at Master Tier, and analysis like this one. Consider subscribing for more content like this. And with that said, let's jump into the review. Soraka is a 1 out of 5. Not really a big fan of Soraka. The stat line is very strange, and can mostly only trade with 1 drops. And on leveled up form is okay with the Bilgewater package, especially Buxtapus and Damkench, although you probably don't want to commit too much to that combination of regions just for these. Also, the payoff for Soraka leveled up is okay in a control/combo style of deck, although it is not so clear how you're going to deal damage to your own things if you're not in Noxus. But if you are in Noxus, then you probably don't want to be control or combo, and also have the self-damage package. The most promising archetype is going to be with Vladimir, and also combining it with Star Spring, which we are going to see soon. But overall, everything seems pretty experimental, and I don't think and I don't have much faith in this champion. Wish is a 0 out of 5. Although there are times when, if you have a second copy of Soraka, then this can feel quite good, normally you don't want to main deck this. Healing is strong only if your units are damaged, of course, and you can't rely on your opponent to do that. You have to have a self-damage archetype in it as well. The only combo I could see is with Stargazer, giving everything elusive and going for the win. But that cost, and at slow speed, it is simply not competitive enough. Too passive, not reactive at all, and the combo potential needs a huge setup. Assault Protection is a 3 out of 5. Very expensive for a protection from damage-based removals, or to trick in combat, but the granting of health, especially on a regeneration unit, could matter a lot, especially if you're going for the Star Spring win condition. Overall, this could be run in that type of deck, but even as a reactive tool in certain kinds of metas. Stargazer is a 4 out of 5. This probably justifies the healing archetype more than Soraka does. This will probably be the key card of those archetypes, or it will justify going into Targon for that. Of course, healing widely is insane with this. Unfortunately, Star Spring heals at the end of round, so you can take advantage of it. But every regeneration unit now has also elusive if it gets damaged the turn before, which is pretty insane on Braum, Trundle, Garen, etc. Huge fan of this card. Star Spring is a 1 out of 5. The ability to heal every turn your allies is already quite valuable, without considering the alternative win condition. The main synergy which comes to mind is with self-damaging archetypes, such as the new Damkench package in Bilgewater or the Vladimir package in Noxus. But they actually get the most out of the alternative win condition. The best luck is probably going to be with the generation units. The best for that is probably going to be Freljord with Braum and Trundle, as well as maybe Aggro of the Old Ones and Troll Ravager. Braum being the best one, as you will have the chance to actually challenge units with it and then heal the damage back with the regeneration, working towards the alternative win condition. Another interesting synergy is with Ember Maiden, dealing 1 damage to your enemies and then healing your damaged units back. So you could go for an aggressive strategy with Star Shepherd, Unscared River and more self-damage synergy, and Ember Maiden, as well as other buffs, maybe from gems, like Mentor of the Stones, and health-based combat tricks, such as Troll Chant. This way, you will have lots of ways to win: AoE for aggro, combo for control, and aggression for midrange, all in one deck. This card is pretty hard to evaluate, but it is interesting for sure. I want to play it safe and give this card a 1 out of 5, experimental for sure. Divergent Path is a 3 out of 5. I love the design of this card, first of all. It being a tutor and a counter for the same type of card, amazing flavor. On the balance though, it is a bit strange, as now a deck which runs landmarks will also have a very cheap way to deal with them. While if you're not running landmarks, then it is probably not a good idea to go into Targon just to counter them with this. Therefore, this card is more like a tutor, which also gives you a counter in certain archetypes. For the counter part of the effect, I am still giving it a 3 out of 5, but we have to see more landmarks to actually evaluate this card better, and for that reason that will be a 1 out of 5 instead. Spring Guardian is a 0 out of 5. There is not going to be a unit which is so damaged to actually gain value from the Spring's gifts, and even if it is that much damaged, then it can be removed before the heal happens. If the Spring Gifts was fast, then that would have been much more interesting, but as it is now, a Vanguard Sergeant which gives you a much worse spell than for Demacia. This is probably the best comparison. In the end, this is not competitive at all. Subscribe and let me know in the comments where do you agree and where you don't. That's it for this video, hope you liked it and find it useful, and as always, see ya!